two pieces of news have been made by Elon Musk this afternoon. One of them with regard to his view of the economy and where it's at, where it's headed, and how long until he sees things improving. He's not real optimistic near term. Here's Musk talking about the next 12 months.
I expect things to be, just at a macroeconomic level, difficult for at least the next 12 months. Tesla will get through it and we'll do well, and I think we'll see a lot of companies actually go bankrupt.
Elon Musk has an important message for Tesla investors. If you own Tesla shares, then this is one important update that you do not want to miss out on.
You mentioned affordability. It's something you discussed during your meeting. You've also discussed it a bit on the earnings call recently as well, in relation to the Federal Reserve raising interest rates and obviously the monthly cost for a typical auto buyer. You think it's going to be a tough 12 months ahead. You've said that a few times.
Yes, for everyone, not just Tesla.
Understood.
So it's, it's simply, you can think of raising the Fed rate as somewhat of a brake pedal on the economy, frankly. It makes a lot of things more expensive. Certainly things that are bought with credit, but then it has downstream effects on even things that aren't bought with credit. So, if the car payment or your home mortgage payment is absorbing more of your monthly budget, then you have less money to buy other things. So actually it affects everything, even things that aren't bought on credit. So, and my concern with the way the Federal Reserve is making decisions is that they're just operating with too much latency. Basically, the data is somewhat stale. So the Federal Reserve was slow to raise interest rates, and now I think they're going to be slow to lower them. That appears to be the case.
Elon Musk recently made some intriguing statements about Tesla's production at its Shanghai factory. It's no news that Tesla has had to ramp up production at this facility in order to meet up with demand. However, despite this, Musk still thinks that the automaker will have a hard time securing more shares in the Chinese EV market. According to him, Tesla faces strong competition in China, and this could linger on for a while. Why has he said this though? Keep watching to find out. Also, make sure to watch this video until the end, as we're going to be sharing one important message that Elon Musk has for every Tesla investor. So with that said, let's dive right in and uncover the details straight from the man himself. Hey guys, welcome back to Tesla Tomorrow. Tesla is well worth over $500 billion, nearly as much as the next 5 most valuable car makers combined, including Chinese EV leader BYD. Musk also set himself the goal of Tesla hitting a market cap roughly double the $2.7 trillion of Apple. However, Tesla may be up for a tough challenge, particularly in one of its markets. The company's CEO has recently disclosed that Tesla may be facing a big problem if this issue is not resolved. Tesla has strong competition in China, and even Elon Musk agrees with this. The Tesla CEO had previously said that he has a lot of respect for the car companies in China. When pressed on the state of the electric vehicle industry in China, where Tesla has lost ground in the past year, Musk conceded that Chinese companies are likely to challenge Tesla's dominance, and this is already happening. Musk agrees that the Chinese EV market will be tough for Tesla in the coming years, although he noted that Tesla's struggles in this market are not too much of an issue when it comes to demand, but instead it's an issue of capacity. For how long can Tesla maintain a strong hold in the Chinese market then? We're going to go into more details in this video. But before we get on with it, if you like this type of content, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications to keep up to date on everything going on with Tesla. A public notice on the Chinese facility stated that the potential expansion would give Tesla's Shanghai Gigafactory the capacity to produce 1.75 million powertrain units annually, up from its 1.25 million currently. Tesla's Shanghai plant, its largest worldwide, produced about 726,000 Model Y and Model 3 vehicles in 2022, more than half of the automaker's global sales. This progress Tesla made has, at its Shanghai Gigafactory, been nothing short of remarkable. The factory's been running exceptionally well, and Tesla has reached some significant milestones in terms of production. When the automaker first started production in Shanghai, its initial goal was to manufacture around 150,000 vehicles a year. However, due to the incredible efforts of its team and the support from its partners, Tesla has significantly exceeded that target. In 2022, the company produced over 450,000 vehicles at the Shanghai Factory alone. This gives a pretty reasonable idea of how crucial the Chinese EV market is to Tesla. Electric vehicles are big business in China, with the market accounting for 2/3 of EV demand last year, and Tesla, which began producing cars in its Shanghai Gigafactory in 2019, is far from the only game in town. Demand for EVs in China is huge. A record 6 million electric cars were sold in China last year, accounting for over a quarter of new vehicle sales, and Chinese electric car companies are rising to meet up with this demand. Elon Musk said at Tesla's recent shareholders meeting that Tesla may face some difficulties in the next 12 months. According to Musk, no business is immune to this, and he expects a cascade of corporate bankruptcies during this period. Musk also added that a lot of companies will not survive this market difficulty, although he believes that Tesla will get through it and will still do well. While Musk didn't really specify which companies he believes are going to go bankrupt, he did share a chart showing how much money Tesla's competition is losing, further describing how hard it is to make money when electric vehicles are on the table. Over the last year, Musk has often complained about macroeconomics, inflation, and interest rate hikes all affecting buying power and the general economy. He's been predicting that this sluggish economy would likely last another year before it gets any better. Look at it this way. Just 2 years ago, customers were willing to pay high prices just to get their hands on a Tesla Model Y. It became so bad that Tesla had to keep hiking prices just to keep their backlog of cars on order manageable and not bursting at the seams. But the addition of 2 new manufacturing plants, one near Berlin and another one in Texas, alongside further capacity to expand in Vermont and Shanghai, has meant that production has finally caught up to demand, and inventories of unsold Teslas are beginning to build, just when the economy is slowing down. Musk is now even thinking about trying advertising, a new move in the company's history. Musk, in his own words, tried to avoid making the shareholders meeting a good news parade, stating that Tesla is not immune to the global economic environment. He then added that this issue has become even more important because interest rates are still staying pretty high. At the same time, there is a banking crisis too, which prevents many banks from lending money to everyone who needs it. Here's the thing. According to Elon Musk, the vast majority of people buy cars based on their monthly payment, because at that time, they're available and ready to afford these cars. However, like Musk noted, the flow of affordable credit in the economy has been gummed up by multiple Federal Reserve hikes and the collapse of lenders like Silicon Valley Bank and First Republic. Since Tesla doesn't have a captive financing arm like many of its automotive competition, its customers will need to find another source for loans, like the regional banks, which are currently distracted by the crisis. According to Musk, when buyers are having trouble with their cash flow, increasing their auto loan portfolio is not the first thing on their mind. Speaking to shareholders at the meeting, Elon Musk said rising interest rate payments are making it difficult to move the estimated $100 billion worth of goods he's producing this year. The business expert described raising of the federal rate as a brake pedal on the economy, adding that it makes a lot of things more expensive, particularly things that are bought with credit. It also has downstream effects even on things that aren't bought with credit. Musk's concern with the way the Federal Reserve is making decisions is that they're just operating with too much latency. He added that since the Federal Reserve was slow to raise interest rates, he thinks that now they're going to be even slower to lower them. However, just as the CEO said, Tesla is financially in a position to survive this economic downturn because of its capacity to produce EVs with a positive gross margin. Tesla has applied for regulatory clearance to expand its Shanghai plant and then to begin producing for the first time pouch-type battery cells, although in small numbers. A recent notice stated that the automaker is looking for clearance to produce these battery cells, adding that a trial production line would have initial annual capacity to make 20,000 amp-hours of cells, equivalent to the power of a single Model Y battery pack. It's not clear how Tesla would use the pouch cells, but investors are hoping that it is for the purpose of making production efforts more efficient. Tesla has plans to continue expanding the Shanghai factory to meet the ever-increasing demand. The automaker's goal is to reach an annual production capacity of 1 million vehicles in the near future. This expansion will involve the construction of new manufacturing facilities and the addition of more production lines. According to Elon Musk, with the expanded production capabilities, Tesla aims to fulfill the growing demand in China, while reducing the wait times for customers. This will enable more people to experience the thrill of driving electric vehicles and contribute to a sustainable future. Several Tesla investors are concerned with what lies ahead, especially since the company's CEO has predicted a tough market in the near future. But in all of this, Elon Musk has one important message for Tesla investors: do not overreact. In his words, it is important to remember that there are good times and there are also dark times, but then the good times follow the dark times. So his advice is, don't look at the markets for the next 12 months. If there is a dip, buy the dip. And I think you will not be sorry. But what do you think? Let us know down below. And if you want to know more about what Tesla's been up to over the last few days, go ahead and click on this next video on your screen. See you there.